The Slum, originally titled O Cortico, by Aluísio Azevedo, is a cornerstone of Brazilian literature, offering a raw and unflinching portrayal of life in a Rio de Janeiro tenement during the late 19th century. Published in 1890, the novel is a prime example of the naturalist movement, which emphasized the influence of environment and heredity on human behavior. Azevedo's work is a critical examination of the social dynamics within a rapidly industrializing Brazil, where poverty, racial prejudice, and the struggles of the lower classes are brought into sharp focus. The novel centers around João Romeo, a Portuguese immigrant who is the owner of the tenement, or Cortico, and his ambitions to rise in social status. The Cortico is home to a variety of characters, each with their own stories and struggles, including Bertaliza, a hardworking black woman who lives with João Romeo, and Miranda, a wealthier neighbor who represents the social aspirations of the time. The plot weaves together the lives of these characters, revealing the harsh realities of slum life, the exploitation inherent in the pursuit of wealth, and the pervasive influence of environment and social status on human behavior. One of the most striking aspects of the slum is its exploration of social inequality and the brutal conditions faced by the urban poor. Azevedo uses the tenement as a microcosm to examine the broader societal issues of his time. The novel delves into the dehumanizing effects of poverty, where the residents are often depicted as being driven by their most basic instincts: survival, hunger, and desire. This aligns with the naturalist perspective that human beings are shaped by their environment and biological impulses, often to the detriment of their moral and ethical considerations. Azevedo presents a stark portrayal of the racial hierarchy in Brazil, where characters like Bertaliza are doubly oppressed due to their race and social status. The novel also critiques the social mobility myth, showing how characters like João Romeo, despite their wealth, are still trapped by their origins and the prejudices of a rigid class system. The characters in the slum are richly developed, serving as embodiments of the novel's themes. João Romeo, the central figure, is portrayed as a man driven by greed and ambition. His willingness to exploit those around him, particularly Bertaliza, highlights the moral decay that accompanies his rise to power. Bertaliza, on the other hand, is depicted with a tragic dignity, her life of toil and sacrifice ultimately serving as a critique of the exploitation inherent in the social system. Miranda, the wealthy neighbor, serves as a foil to João Romeo, representing the established social order that João aspires to join. However, Azevedo shows that wealth and social status do not necessarily equate to moral superiority, as Miranda's own actions are marked by hypocrisy and self-interest. Azevedo's writing is characterized by its detailed and often graphic descriptions, which vividly bring the setting and characters to life. His use of language is direct and unadorned, reflecting the harsh realities of the world he depicts. The novel's structure, with its interwoven character arcs, allows Azevedo to present a broad, panoramic view of life in the slum, while still maintaining a focused critique of the social conditions of the time. The influence of Emile Zola and other naturalist writers is evident in Azevedo's emphasis on the environment as a determinant of human behavior. The tenement itself is almost a character in the novel, its physical decay mirroring the moral and social decay of its inhabitants. The Slum is a powerful work of social realism that offers a penetrating critique of Brazilian society at the turn of the 20th century. Aluísio Azevedo's unflinching portrayal of the lives of the urban poor, combined with his exploration of themes such as social inequality, racial prejudice, and the corrupting influence of ambition, make this novel a timeless commentary on the human condition. Through its richly developed characters and vivid depiction of the slum environment, The Slum remains a significant and influential work, both in Brazilian literature and in the broader canon of world literature. To conclude, these are the main pieces of information you need to know about the book The Slum by Aluísio Azevedo. Naturalist masterpiece, The Slum is a prime example of naturalism in literature, a movement that emphasizes the influence of environment and heredity on human behavior. The novel provides a stark, unvarnished portrayal of life in a Rio de Janeiro tenement, highlighting the dehumanizing effects of poverty, racial prejudice, and social inequality. Social critique. The novel is a critical examination of Brazilian society in the late 19th century, focusing on the harsh realities faced by the urban poor. Azevedo critiques the exploitation inherent in the pursuit of wealth and exposes the rigid social hierarchies and racial prejudices that define the lives of the characters. The tenement as a microcosm. The tenement, or Cortico, in the novel is more than just a setting, it serves as a microcosm of Brazilian society. The diverse group of residents reflects the social and racial complexities of the time, with their lives intertwined in a way that highlights the interconnectedness of social and economic struggles. Complex characters. The novel's characters are richly developed, each representing different aspects of society. João Romeo, the ambitious tenement owner, embodies greed and moral decay, while Bertaliza, a hard-working black woman, symbolizes the double oppression of race and class. Their stories are tragic and serve to underscore the novel's social commentary. Influence and legacy. The Slum is one of the most important works in Brazilian literature and remains a significant piece for its portrayal of social issues. It continues to be studied and appreciated for its vivid depiction of a pivotal time in Brazilian history and its exploration of universal themes such as poverty, ambition, and the human condition. This was our summary of the book The Slum by Aluísio Azevedo. We hope it helped you.